Hangout Radio, powered by 92 Zoo and presented by Alexander Shannara and Associates. We prove it. And sponsored by Jenny King, GMFS Mortgage, Janino's Pizza, and Dias Construction and Development.
Hey, it's Tony with 92 Zoo, and I am fortunate enough to have with me on the bus right now Linda Segarra of Hurray for the Riff Raff. Thanks so much for swinging by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You were telling me before we jumped on the air that this is your first time getting out to Hangout Fest,
yeah,
huh?
I'm finally here. New Orleans is so close. I've been wanting to come here forever, so it's great to be here.
How are you? How do you like New Orleans? I mean,
I
well, you
love
moved
it.
there, so I mean,
I love it. Yeah, I've been there for on and off for almost 12 years now. I tried a little stint somewhere else, and I crawled back, as they say.
Right. Well, you grew up originally in the Bronx. I mean, what are some of the things that that really pull you to that New Orleans scene, though? Because it is different than any place.
Of course. Well, that's what I really love about it. You know, I love that when you're in New Orleans, you know you're in New Orleans or nowhere else. You know?
For sure.
And I love the people and, of course, the music. I mean, I learned really how to play music there on the street. So I just love the culture and, you know, everything about it.
And we've known about it for a long time, but Treme really helped bring a lot of attention to that scene. I know you were involved to some degree with that.
Yeah, they really gave a lot of work to local musicians. It was really great. You know, I would just like get a job like, hey, you want to busk on the street but on TV? And I'd be like, okay, I would do that anyway.
Yeah, but you're going to give me money for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Right on. Well, you dropped the new album, Navigator. I'm a fan of it for a couple of reasons. One, I like an album that it's an album. It follows a path as opposed to 10 songs on a CD.
Totally.
And following Navi and the story throughout and everything. So I really dug that. I also like that it's a seriously personal album. I mean, you kind of put it on a fictional character, but this is a very personal album for you.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like creating a character really helped me go deep into some things about, you know, my heritage and a lot of what I dealt with when I left home, because I left home really young. I was 17 and I ran away, you know, and so I kind of made this fictional character and this fantastical story to deal with what it's like when you leave home that young and what it's like to go back and see everything changing. And a lot of dealing with, you know, where do I come from and what are my people about? And so it was a very personal journey. And I feel like I grew a lot as a musician and as a person. So it's been really an amazing experience.
Right on. I really related to that idea of thinking you needed to get away from all this.
Yes.
And this is so foreign to me. And then really, in the end, finding yourself in that same place that you came from.
Exactly. You go, you know, you go back and you're like, how could I have wanted to get away from all of this? And also you really realize that when it's gone, you know? Yeah, I think it's a universal story. A lot of people can relate to that.
Well, I really did. I really enjoyed it. Are you going to play something for us today?
Yeah, I'm going to play Living in the City.
Right on.
Well, I got hurricane. Oh, and Big Danny is wasted. He said I'm the sweetest thing, you know, that he's never tasted. Mariposa singing love songs all in her dark apartment. 14 floors of birthing and 14 floors of dying. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Oh, living in the city. Well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Well, I take you to the stairwell and I give you something I can offer. You know, the heart, it's not the hopeless. The heart is a lonely hunter. Hot, long summer days, we're just sneaking by the river while I lock my dreams away and I watch the city quiver. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Oh, living in the city. Well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. You know, lips, he bit the dust. You know the stuff he had, it was poison. Now everybody wants just a taste of what we sold him. Standing on the rooftops, we're just yelling till the morning, all surrounded by the visions of all who came before them. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Oh, living in the city, well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Living in the city, we're just living in the city. Oh, living in the city, well, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Oh, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Thanks.
Thank you. Linda Segarra with Hurray for the Riff Raff on the Roaming Zoo Lounge. 92 Zoo is, well, it's Hangout Radio for the weekend. And that's the thing, when living in the city gets too hard, that's what the beach is for.
Exactly.
Right?
You got to get away for a second.
Well, I'm glad you made it down. Is there anybody you're kind of stoked to see down here while you're here?
Well, Shaggy is playing right now, which I'm very excited about. I love Shaggy.
They were throwing down out
yeah,
there, too.
definitely.
That's a good one.
I think everybody on Earth loves reggae music. I think that's a fact.
For sure. It's something you can't get around. We had Magic on the other day, and they definitely are putting a lot more of that reggae in the song. Well, we appreciate you so much taking a little bit of your time. We know you're super busy. Thanks for coming by the Zoo Lounge. Thanks for having me. And we look forward to hearing more from you. What's next for you guys?
We're going to start a West Coast tour next month, so check out, the dates. We'll be going all up and down the West Coast.
All right, well, have fun, and I hope we see you again.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm Tony. This is 92 Zoo, the power of Hangout Radio.